is Lenore, and I am a proud representative of the class of 2010.
Woo!
And we just graduated a month ago today, so we're very excited. There are a lot of us here today. Let's see. My job is that I'm a graphic designer in a law firm, and when I came to USM, I was thinking that when I got out of here, my life would be completely unrecognizably transformed in a way that, new job, new everything in my life. And through the course of the program, I came to realize that that was actually just evidence of this pervasive sense that everything that I had been doing in my life was not okay. Everywhere I had been, all the milestones that I hadn't reached, all the ways of being with myself, and basically my essence was not okay. And the first thing that happened is 4 months into the program, I kind of magically got promoted in a historically unpromotable position in a job where most people were actually getting laid off. So that was really interesting, and I became the lead graphic designer at the law firm. And so I started sinking a little more deeply into what I was already doing. And the beautiful thing is through the process of especially the second year projects, several of the projects that we did then, I began to really deepen in the joy and the expansiveness and find more room to play in the work that I was already doing. And one example of that is my second year project, which ended up being a book that I just, quite frankly, am in love with. And it's a collection of story poems that are rhyming about my journey of awakening, coupled with some fantastical imagery. So I was able to really celebrate. It's really a celebration of my life now as it is, and who I am, using the talents and skills that I've cultivated over the years. And USM does have an amazing way of shining a light on the beauty in your life and bringing it forward in a deeply meaningful way into the world. In a way I was able to be feeling fully expressed, and the healing that came through that was also extraordinary. And as it's been mentioned tonight so many times, it dissolved all of those blocks that were standing in the way of myself being fully expressed in my life. So this also showed up in other areas, and we do have a relationship project, and I chose my father. And in my relationship with my dad, we always had a fun, joyful relationship, but I had this feeling that he didn't really understand who I really was. And an example was a dinner about a couple of years ago. Somebody said, "Lenore, so how is your life going? What's going on?" And I started to answer, and my dad tuned out and literally stood up and walked out of the room. I was like, "See, And cut to a week and a half ago, after he had been out of town, so he missed all these significant events in my life, like a big birthday and my graduation, and I didn't know if he was going to have any interest, but he was so interested, and he wanted to know all about all of it and see pictures and hear stories, and I was enjoying this experience, this deep connection I was having with my father, and realizing that it was this willingness that I had to open up to who I truly was that gave my father an inroad to me that he didn't have access to before. And there I was, blaming him the whole time. And I really saw how this translates into other areas of relationship, especially with men in my life, and I'm out there dating, and it's I now feel this way of being unabashedly and unashamedly me all the time in my relationships with people, and it's so liberating, and it's so empowering, and it's this is how I want to live, And but just as a button at the end, when I was with dinner at my dad's, he goes, "You seem really happy. You must have a man in your life," right? And I was like, "No, Dad, I'm single, but I am just really, truly." Deeply happy. And he goes, "Huh, well, that's even better then, isn't it?" And I was like, "Yes, that is even better." And he got it, and I get that it's this true, experiential okayness that I have with myself, not just here, you know, it's really in every cell of my body through this process of 2 years of doing all of this work and of actively loving myself that enabled me to really be okay, you know, better than okay. And it really, everything else in my life is just falling into a place as a result of it. And I'm just so happy to be living this way. It's so much more joyful. And I just wish for this for all of you. And I appreciate your time so much. So thank you. Thank you.